Hey guys, welcome back. So we're doing our second candy for our gift bags, and these are mounds, and you can do mounds different ways. So you can use the recipe that I make, and then when you roll them in balls, you can stick an almond in it, kind of like to make it an almond joy, or you can do them without almonds. This time I'm just doing them without almonds. So really easy for the mixture. It calls for two 14-ounce bags of coconut, and remember I'm making like 10 boxes of candy for people and sweets, so I'm actually gonna do 1.5 times the recipe. It probably won't be enough, but we'll do the diet version, I guess. So we're gonna do 3 of these, and if I had 4 I would just double it. So we're going to, not that one, the one that closes, the other one, the big one. Can you fix that now? Can you fix the orange one?
I'm getting the stool so I can see up there.
That's 3. He's gonna check and see if we have a third one. This is just coconut flakes. I don't want the big chunks. Because we like to leave some in the freezer, and then when we want it, we just set a couple out. Okay, we're also gonna put, calls for 1 teaspoon, so we're gonna do 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla, because we're doing 1.5. A little extra vanilla never hurts anybody. And then it also wants to have 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. So we're going to use 1.5. And this is what makes it so sticky in these little containers. So this is just straight sugar, I feel like. And then we're gonna do another half. I don't know what we're gonna do for the other half of this, but there we go. So that's 1.5. And I have more stuff to put in here, but I'm just gonna start moving it around just a little bit. So you want everything everywhere. I'm actually not gonna want to use this little one. And then you need so this is still melting a little bit, so we'll wait on that. And then for confectionery sugar, you need one 1-pound box, which is 16 ounces. So that would be 2 cups, and then we're doing 1.5, so we need 3 cups. And I only have my half cup, so I'll do 6 of these. Ooh. Messy, that's the messy part. And then this is melted. So it's 1 stick per butter, and this is 1.5 of melted butter. And now you just struggle to mix this all together. Okay, so real quick, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna scoop this around. We're just going to use the scoop. And this is just some parchment paper. And I'm going to lay them out. And I kind of do these in 2 scoops. Or 2 steps, 2 scoops. I'm not making them look beautiful. I'm gonna freeze them for like 10 minutes. And then when they start to get cold and they stick better, I will then roll them again and make them super smooth. It's just a lot easier than right now when they're super sticky and warm because of melted butter. So we'll just fill this up and go from there. Okay, so we have, what is that? 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what is that? 28? Yeah, 28. I had to think about that for a minute. Yep, 28 of these little things that we will put in the freezer, and then we'll just wait till they get really cold and not so warm instead of trying to fight with them. And then we'll mold them and roll them so that they're perfect little balls. So, and we'll just do these 2 in batches because I still have, you know, half my stuff left. So we'll do that, and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, so these have been in for like 15-20 minutes, and they're cold, but they're still sticky. So all I'm gonna do is, I'll take my jewelry off because I hate when my ring gets all dirty. And all we're gonna do is make these into a smooth. Look how easily that's becomes smooth. Where you would be fighting these. You don't even know. Look at, you probably can't see it yet, I'll do some more. But it just, instead of like sitting there and having like gummy stuff all over you. Look how much smoother. I don't know if we can. There we go. So now when you stick it in the chocolate, all these little pieces are down. And you're not trying to like lose the candy or the coconut in the, and I even do this with the peanut butter ones just to, it just makes like a more professional, that's a big one, professional candy. So what I'll do is I'll roll all these out. I'll roll all these out and I'll freeze it another 10 minutes. And then I'll do some more of these. So these are really easy to do once you mix them. These are nice, like if you have kids and you can't sit there for hours doing this, you can do, you know, mix them, put some out in the freezer, do them 1 tray at a time. And it might take you throughout the whole day, but you can stop, nurse a baby, you know, clean up a mess. You know, you got kids, they're gonna leave a mess everywhere for you while you're doing this. You know, just do it in stages so that, you know, you don't feel like you're sitting in the kitchen all the time. And all you're looking to do is get the difference in a smooth. So when these are frozen and you put them in hot chocolate, it instantly smooths over and allows your candy to look more professional. If you tried to dip this in there, you're gonna get little pieces all in the chocolate. It's just gonna look, you're gonna have a mess. So, and then if say, you're like, okay, I made all these, I just don't have time to dip them in chocolate today. No worries. There's been multiple times that I've done this on one day, and for the video just to see a candy from start to finish, I'm doing it this way. But generally, I'll mix, like those caramels I made, I'll put the caramels on the nuts. I'll roll the peanut butter, and I'll do this one whole day, and I'll spend one day dipping in chocolate, and I'll dip for like 3 hours, and I'll do all my chocolate at one time, and just rotate it through the freezer. Because once, like I said, once these are cold, and even once they're dipped in chocolate, they're so beautiful. I just stick them in a gallon bag. They don't break, they don't look torn up when you take them out. And you just put them when you have to go somewhere at Christmas time. So generally I would make these earlier than I'm making them now. But just with life, I just haven't had time. But I would make these like late November, early December, and stick all the different kinds in like gallon bags and label it. And then turn around, and when I have to go somewhere, or my husband has a Christmas party, or I want to bring something to work, or he's like, oh, I need a gift for somebody really quickly, and we don't have like extra gifts in the house, I'll turn around and make, like, what I would do is just get like a tray, like a disposable tray, or like little boxes, dessert boxes, and just make up something for him to take. Or, hey, I want to take something to this guy at work, you know, for Christmas, he doesn't have anybody, I'll make him a dessert box of all the different things. And I can have it made up in 5 minutes. You know, as long as it takes me to take everything out of the freezer and put it in. And you just leave it out for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes out of the freezer, and it will easily just defrost. So these are all smooth now, and what I'm gonna do is, because the heat of my hands, I'm gonna put these back in the freezer for like 10 minutes, and then I'll take them all off and I'll stick them in a gallon bag until I'm ready to dip them, and I'll just keep going. So let me get all these done. I'll freeze these again, and then we'll show you what it's like at the end when they're all done. All right, so this is the chocolate we had left over. I just added some more, so there's still a chunk at the bottom, but I'm gonna start over here. So this is the last little bit. I am gonna put some, just so when I make candy boxes they can tell the difference. So let me get a fork. Hold on. So we want a nice little, and I'll do a couple. I'm gonna just show you this tray because I literally have more in the freezer. But I just do them all at one time, so I'm only heating my chocolate at one time. But look how smooth those get because of the cold. And then we'll put a couple of these on. So these are gonna dry super quick because remember you froze these parts, so every couple I'll just stop. And I don't always do this, but when I give them as treats or I take them somewhere, you know, people have peanut allergies, and so I don't want them eating the peanut butter ones, and that's why I dip them separately. And again, I don't mind having a big base where they sit nicely. So, oh, dropped that one. And again, it doesn't have to be beautiful. It's just a, ooh, I gotta wash my hands. It's just a way for me to, again, just differentiate the chocolate. So, and again, we'll just keep adding chocolate to this. Again, I don't care if they smooth out. And we will let these cool and keep going. So so this is just some of them. I will show you the other ones when we get done. but I have about 6 dozen out of that batch and a half. So that'll be plenty for baskets and gifts. So we'll keep doing this, and then we'll stick them in a bag, and when we need them, we just make a quick tray out of all of them. The little one's ready to eat. So thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow with a new video. Bye.